Hi, I'm Hope Spano with the Minneapolis Area Chamber, and today with me I have Debra Shank from Deb's Antiques and Embroidery in downtown Minneapolis. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And we're just going to talk a little bit about her business and what she has to offer. She's at a brand new location, and so we're pleased to have a bigger store for her. And I would like to just talk to you a little bit about what you bring to downtown Minneapolis. So first of all, I would like to know how long you've had your shop.
I've had my shop altogether about 9 years.
Okay, that's amazing.
I've been in the new location for about 2 months.
Okay.
So.
And you have so much more space here. I'm sure you're really enjoying that.
Oh, very much. It displays so much better here. Just the decor of the building itself really blends well with the antiques.
I would agree with you. I really love how the shop looks right now. So I'm happy for you with this new location. I think it's a great progression for your business. Now, how long have you been in the Minneapolis area?
Probably around 13 to 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brought you to the Minneapolis area?
We found land and built a home.
Okay.
In the country, and we love the small town atmosphere, and
So the need for, here in Minneapolis, didn't really have any antique shops before you were here.
No, you didn't have any around that I knew of.
Yeah.
But I started the antique shop basically because of my love for the history of antiques.
Okay.
I like to know when they were built, how old they are, what they're used for, if they're still used. Just take this lamp, for example.
Uh-huh.
It's an old kerosene lamp and still usable today. And
Nice.
they're very rare. A lot of them have been transformed into electric.
Oh.
Or converted, I should say, to
Yeah.
electric. This one is still kerosene and usable. There are not that many found anymore, but when you do, you kind of cherish them.
Absolutely.
And it came from out of a local home here in Minneapolis.
Oh, really? Very
And
interesting.
that, adds to the history.
Yeah.
The history of the antiques is what's really special.
Yeah, and I have such an appreciation for that too, because I just feel like here in the States, we don't have the long time history that you'd find in Europe, and
That's right.
and so it's great when we can take appreciation for
You
the
go to
history
Europe
that we do
and their
have.
history is so long and so hard.
Yeah.
That our history is short here.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to appreciate what we do have and keep records of not only families, but items and, everything
Yeah.
to pass on to the next generation, because they're not going to know unless we
Pass
keep
it along.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm curious, have you always had an appreciation for antiques? Did you grow up loving it, or is it something that you've kind of developed?
I did not grow up loving it. Actually, my mother doesn't like antiques at all.
Oh,
She couldn't
really?
understand why I was even getting into this old stuff. But to me, it's the history. Once again, the furniture is built so much better
Absolutely.
way back than it is now. There's no particle board. There's no,
Yep.
quick throw it together and it wears out in
Yeah.
a year or two. This furniture is made to last forever,
Absolutely.
and it does.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that in the quality of the stuff that you have in
Yes.
your stores. And I agree. I love that stuff was made to last, and that you can, if it has any problems, you can just refinish it.
That's right.
And then it's good to go again. So it's something that has kind of developed for you then.
Right.
The more, would you say, the more you've gotten into it, the more you love it?
The more I got into it, the more I loved it.
Yeah.
And it's come to where I cherish a lot of it. One of my biggest passions is pottery. Roseville,
Okay.
Hall, Weller, Rookwood, just to
Okay.
name a few. and as well as glassware. I love art glass. I got the unique chance to go to Italy to the Murano glass blowing
really?
company and got to watch them actually blow glass.
That's so cool, isn't
And
it?
saw how difficult and what an art it was. And we do that here in the United States. There's plenty of places where they still blow glass today.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's fascinating. So
Yeah.
even the history of glass can go way back. I've got several pieces around here from 1870, 1890 of glass, and they're gorgeous. Some pressed glass, some blown glass. But it's the age and how they've survived and how they were taken care of. So,
Yeah.
you know, somebody else cherished it, and I figure if I have it in my shop, if somebody's going to take the time to buy it from me, they will take care of it and cherish it as well.
Yeah.
Because I can't keep everything.
Yeah. And well, I love that I am learning how much of an extensive knowledge you have on all of the items that you carry here. And would you say that that's kind of a draw, like a good reason why you would say maybe this is a unique place that would really draw someone in from out of town?
Yes.
Because you're really knowledgeable on all of the
Yes.
things that are in here, and you can,
And I draw toward the unique and different
Okay.
and not the same,
yeah,
to try to get,
kind of a wide variety of items.
yes, I keep
in your shop.
quite a wide variety. You know, I not only
Yeah.
have the glass and the pottery and the furniture, I keep primitives. I have a loft, and a lot of the primitives are up there. I have a kitchen area where all the kitchen utensils and Hoosier jars and, you know, different things of the vintage old Christmas kitchens.
Oh, fun.
So just a little bit of everything I try to keep
Yeah.
around to keep everybody's interest.
Okay, very nice. Okay, and I was getting into the conversation here, so then I didn't quite cover all the basics of your shop. So I want to make sure and let our viewers know your hours of operations. When can they find you here at the shop?
I am here 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay.
And if I'm not here, I usually have somebody here working for me. And the only reason I wouldn't be here is I'm at an auction.
Okay. Finding more stuff for them to shop.
That's right.
Okay, and I know you currently have with the chamber a web page on our website.
Yes.
And so people can find your information, find you at www.minneapoliskansas.org. And we'll just keep putting new information up there. Maybe we could even, you know, kind of update as you get new pieces.
When
so
things
people
slow
can see.
down a little bit, I'll try working on updating too,
Okay.
because I'm kind of busy right now, and it's a busy time of year, of course.
Absolutely, and this is a great, great option for people to do
Absolutely.
some holiday shopping and.
Come see me
Yeah.
because you won't be sorry. You'll either learn something or you'll just enjoy the walk through the store with all the antiques in it. It's just, in my mind, it's a pleasure to look at.
Absolutely, I would agree with you 100%. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the antiques. I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about the embroidery side of your business.
Okay.
And I don't know as much about this, so I'm looking forward to learning what you can teach me about what you do with your embroidery.
Okay, when my husband and I sat down and first decided to open an antique shop, we knew in a small town that I would need to diversify a little bit
So true.
and add something with it. And I've always either crocheted or hand embroidered or sewed, and so I decided to get into embroidery. We purchased an industrial size embroidery machine, and also went to school for a week to learn how to run it.
Oh, wow, that is a fancy machine.
It is 16 needles, 16 threads, and it's completely driven, computer driven.
Oh, wow.
So it has to all be set up on the computer, and then you set the machine up with whatever product you're embroidering.
Okay.
and let it go to 10.
Okay. And you do all sorts of custom. It's all custom, yes, all your embroidery?
Custom, or I buy designs,
Okay.
you know, but it's custom done because it's done by here and by
Yes.
me, and not in a sweatshop in China.
Right, which is a good way to go about it, I would think.
So, let's see, I can embroider jackets, shirts, Christmas stockings even. I've done lots of Christmas stockings.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Caps. I've done millions of caps.
Okay.
Bath towels, hand towels, tea towels. I always keep a collection of tea towels in my kitchen area for sale.
Okay.
The old vintage embroidered tea towels, the flour sack towels.
Okay, cool.
that
So then
people
someone could
like.
just pick out a towel that they like and choose an embroidery
Well,
to be put on
I
it?
sell them in sets, a set
Okay.
of 5 or 7 day a week with the days of the week
Oh,
on them
nice. Yeah.
for a set of 7.
Okay. Well, that's a fun gift idea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
They do sell very well this time of year.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask you a
I
question.
also use the embroidery machine to do some quilting. I love
Oh, that's
sewing,
what I was-
so I quilt when the store is slow.
Okay.
I'm back there sewing and piecing together a quilt, and then
Okay.
if it's not too large a quilt, I can quilt it on my embroidery machine,
Oh, cool.
and I use it to quilt together my quilts.
Okay.
And I also sell them here in the shop. I've sold so many that I've only got a few left right now.
Oh, that's a good
So
problem to
when
have, huh?
it gets slow again, I'll be quilting again.
Okay. And now, do you just build the quilts just out of your own ideas, or are these custom projects that someone is asking you to build quilts?
No, I just build them from my own.
And then you sell them?
I wouldn't
Okay.
mind doing it for somebody if they wanted it, but usually I just
Okay.
make them and then sell them.
Okay. So that's a service that you could provide, and
I tried to
take
make
some
them
custom
unique
orders.
and different. I've done some by patterns, quilt patterns, but the majority of my quilts are my own patterns
Oh, really?
that
Very
I make
nice.
up and put together.
Okay.
I use panels. I use a lot of embroidery in my quilts.
Okay.
Um,
So say for someone like me who, sewing is not really my forte, if I had an idea for a quilt, I could come in and we could work together on a design and you could make it.
right.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. That would be
But quilting is like any other art. The person that sews it together, it reflects more of them than anybody
so
else.
true.
Even if you're doing it for somebody else, you try to make it the way they want it, but you usually come through
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that.
Yeah,
but that's
it's
very
an art.
True. Yeah.
The textile art.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Okay, so tell me something that we haven't talked about in your store. Are there certain pieces that are favorite pieces of yours, or certain things that, are rare that people some of our viewers might be looking for that you would have to offer here?
well, things kind of go in cycles.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me in the last 9 years, there's times that I sell lots of pictures, mostly old print pictures, nothing high dollar, because I don't know a lot about the art of high dollar pictures,
Oh, okay.
which I would like to learn, and I'm learning every day, all the time. Believe
That's
me, I
good.
find things I didn't know before. Or lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I've had a run on kerosene lamps. I've been selling quite a few. I've been selling furniture a lot lately. The one thing that I'm passionate about is pottery. And it's not a big seller in this area of the country.
Okay.
Get farther east, like around Ohio or somewhere like that, it's a big thing and they sell big and high dollar, but they just don't sell that well here. Once in a while, someone will, you know, and they appreciate it like I do, because it's an art too.
Yeah. That's amazing to me how in different regions, different sort of antiques will sell better than others.
Regions is a big thing with antiques, including your depression glass.
Yeah.
There's certain patterns of depression glass that were in certain areas of the country and not in other areas of the country.
Okay.
So you got
Yeah.
figure out
I
which
mean,
of
it
them.
all makes good sense. I just
Yeah,
guess
it
I'd never
does.
thought about
the
that
company
side
sent
of it.
more in one place than other places, you know.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
I think the top sellers in depression glass would probably still be cherry blossom,
Okay.
usually pink, but some green too. And they're the hardest ones to keep in the store.
Oh yeah, they're hot
Yeah.
sellers, huh? Okay, but that's something that you definitely try
I try
to get a
very
hold
hard.
of if you can. When
Right.
you find them at auctions and things like that.
Right.
Okay. Well, is there anything that I missed that we talked about? I've really enjoyed learning a lot more about your store, and hope that the viewers out there are
Well,
learning some things that you have. But
The only thing I would say, you know, if you're looking for anything unique or special, when you come in, ask. Because if I don't have it, I can look for it. I have
okay.
a book of names and what people want. If I find them, I will buy them. You're never obligated to buy it from me. If you want to, you can. I'll call you if I find it,
okay.
and you can come look at it. So, you know, if you don't see what you're looking for, just ask.
Because
I
you've got
might
good
be able to
connections.
find it. I might be able to find it.
Okay.
Also,
That's
you
good.
know, the other things that I have in here is RS Prussia or RS Germany. China dishes don't sell well right now. The younger generation isn't into setting pretty tables.
There are a few of us who appreciate that,
Yeah,
but it's a
there
little bit more
are.
few and far between. I can
There's
understand.
a few of us, but you know, for the majority, paper plates.
Yeah, that's probably more common than the China set
Yeah.
table.
Let's see, some of the other things. Shawnee pottery with a lot of their cookie jars. If anyone knows about Shawnee, their cookie jars are very highly collectible.
Really?
People really love them. I've got Puss in Boots right now. I've got and Winking Owl, and a lot of McCoy cookie jars.
Okay.
A few of the other companies too, but those are the two main ones. I don't have a lot of Flow Blue, but I have a few pieces.
Okay.
I have a pitcher and bowl for a washstand in Flow Blue. That's in the window.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I just purchased a Victorian 1800 three-piece bedroom set,
Wow.
marble on the dresser and the washstand, and I have the bed.
Wonderful
And it
detail
is
on
in
that.
excellent condition. It was an excellent find for the age of the furniture.
Okay.
So I think I'm covering everything.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm
have
sitting
so
here
much,
trying to think what else I need
and
to.
you just have such a wide variety that it's an enjoyable experience, like we talked about at the beginning, just to walk through your shop and to see all that you have and appreciate it. And so I'm sure if people, like you said, if people come in, ask if they have specific questions or looking for something specific, but I'm sure even if they're not, that they're going to find some good pieces that that are going to catch their eye. And so, yeah, I'm sure we could take some pictures around the store and get a good
I
look at
also
some
try
of
to keep a variety of advertising custard glass for different towns in the state and
Okay.
sometimes out of state, but they're a good seller too.
Yeah, a very unique piece. Each one of them, I'm sure,
Yes,
is very
yeah.
unique. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
I had
you.
a really nice time.
You too. Appreciate it.
Yes. Well, I think that's all from Minneapolis this time. Join us next time for more news from the Minneapolis Chamber.